Hi guys. Newcastle United versus Arsenal is going to be our late fixture on Sunday. Right, I probably shouldn't be recording this because I'm still feeling very disappointed with Arsenal's performance on Sunday. The disappointment, I'm quite shocked at how disheartened that approach made me. I have been Arteta in. I am an Arteta in girl because I'm very patient. The last three this previous season where we surprisingly finished second, I was like, you know what? Justified. Second season, I'm like, well, it's not too bad. We lost by 2 points despite being slightly irritated. Last season, after 5 games, I was like, oof, too many injuries. And these guys have been running for 2 seasons. They were really good. It's okay. We'll go again next year. And that was me after 5 to 10 games. I knew we were not going to win the league. Liverpool were too good. And, I knew we were going to fall off. And we did. We lost by a good, I think 12. I don't know how many points. I don't like to explore that. This season starts. We've got a team anyone could dream of. We are so strong, you guys. Our team is the strongest team in the Premier League. Of course, Liverpool have got better strikers, 100%, but we are so strong in every other position, even with injuries. And then Arteta, with his arrogance at the end of the game, starts talking like all sorts of craziness. So yeah, I think my disappointment isn't even just the results. Sorry, I'm whining again, but I have to. It is the approach. And our manager doesn't look like he's going to change. He's not going anywhere. But at the end of the season, if we don't win anything, I think it's going to be really difficult to justify giving him another year of it. I am hoping, though, against hope, that he starts listening to the fans. And I'm hoping against hope that his team advise him better. Because you cannot be, that the thing is, I know he's passionate. I know he wants to win. But did he overthink the lineup against Manchester City? Right. Let me do the head-to-head of Arsenal versus Newcastle. I'm really disheartened, you guys. So in May 2025, Arsenal beat Newcastle 1-0, and then at Newcastle we lost 1-0, and then in the EFL Cup last year, Newcastle hammered us 2-0. It was probably the only game, one of the only games I saw last season where we could not complain about officiating. The loss was so comprehensive. There was no need for the referee to intervene. There were no funny cards, no funny decisions. It was a rout. We just got beaten badly. And then, of course, we lost 2-0 again at the Emirates in the same tournament. It was home and away. And then going to 2023, 2024, we had better fortunes in the home game where we beat Newcastle 4-1, but we seemed to lose or draw when we got to Newcastle. So this game is going to be really important, not only to be defensive. This is a game now we should be defensive in. Do not go there with a weak team. Do not start putting Waneri in this team early. Put him in maybe later. This is the team where you go defensive because these guys are aggressive. They will eat Waneri up because the guy is slight. Do not start Trossard. Trossard, love him, but you have to think. You have to think, man. Don't start Trossard in this game, please. Let's have a look at the potential lineups. There's a potential lineup already. I don't know why. On live score. Right. So we've got David Raya in goal. And I agree with that, of course. If the starting lineup, Ricardo Calafiori has been amazing. I think he has been great. He has been explosive. He's been really, really intense, very exploratory. I don't mind him. Gabriel should start. Mosquera should start, not Saliba. You know why? I don't hate on Saliba. I think Saliba is great, but Saliba's just come out from an injury. He doesn't need to go in against these Yeah, have you played Newcastle are so aggressive, they're going to break legs. And you need pace, you need the recovery of Mosquera. I think he should start. I hope Arteta thinks about it. Timber as well is really good. I think Ben White is back from injury. They should definitely swap those. In the midfield, Zubimendi might just be eaten alive. Dribbling his skills, I haven't seen any. Now, I've admitted several times that I cannot see how Zubimendi plays. It's just not something, the way he plays is not something I notice quickly. You know, like there are certain players, whatever they do, you're just thinking, I'm struggling with Zubimendi. I think it's because we've got so used with Arteta watching the position which he created for Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is the one that made our midfield solid. He's the one that made because he could defend and he could start transitional play. He could see a pass while he is holding the back four. Not perfect, but he did a better job. And that's why I keep saying we need to start feeding in Miles Lewis Kelly, because he is a player that I think can hold that is his original position actually. The left back? The left back position where Calafiori is, that is a position he can also play. Put him in the middle, man. Let's try and get those transitions from the defense into the forwards quickly. Get him in there. He can do it. We've seen him come on. And why isn't he playing this season anyway? You know what I mean? What are you playing at, Arteta, for goodness sake? Right. Declan Rice, people were disappointed with his performance against Manchester City, but I think it's ridiculous. You do realize that the performances Declan Rice did the best in last season were when he was playing with Thomas Partey. Because he could do whatever he wanted, he knew Thomas was holding the fort. No one else can do that position. Merino, I think, you know what I'm thinking? Merino just isn't a replacement for Thomas Partey. But Declan Rice cannot leave his position to go exploring, to be penetrative, because he leaves too many gaps then. Because Zubimendi, his play is not defensive enough. I think it's too slight. He needs a tiki-taka team like a Barcelona. We are more aggressive without that animal instinct. So yeah. I don't mind Declan's performances, but he's definitely not doing what he did last season or the season before. He definitely needs to be given more opportunity to go foraging forward and creating chances, but he's struggling to sort of meet expectations, especially mine. Mikel Merino came into a lot of criticism of the weekend by some fans. I don't agree with it. It was not his fault. He was put in that position. Our manager put him in that position where it doesn't work. 3 in that position, you'll get lucky maybe, but we need creativity. Why are you expecting a defensive midfielder like him who doesn't promise creativity to create opportunities, to create chances? That is Zubimendi's job. And right now, in my opinion, he's not doing it very well. Probably, maybe is he in the wrong position? Maybe should swap sides with Merino and go more to the right. But we need Odegaard for this position to work. Putting Merino in place of Odegaard doesn't make sense at all. But I know why he's doing it, because imagine a midfield of Zubimendi and Ethan Nwaneri. It doesn't work. But you know what can work? Zubimendi and Miles Lewis Kelly. I'm telling you guys, that can work. Noni Madueke apparently was substituted at halftime against Manchester City because he felt a strain. Which is a huge shame because he did really well. I think he was the best player for Arsenal in that first half. He was the one trying to create chances. He was the one beating players, getting some balls into the box. So yeah, I don't think he'll be fit for this match, which I don't mind too much. Saka is back, but I really don't want to see Saka playing in this match because, you know, Newcastle are very aggressive and they'll basically go at him one day. Now this lineup I'm seeing, it's the one they've put out. It's a team that started against Manchester City, but I'm going to be swapping some players around because I don't think they'll start. So although I didn't want Ethan Nwaneri playing that Odegaard's position, I think he can play the number 7 in this match safely. Because like Saka is not going to be expected to do much more defending than making sure he's in the position to create opportunities for goal. Yeah. So if they double up with Merino and Ethan Nwaneri, that can work. I hope Saka doesn't play, but if he plays, then yeah, we are sorted. But yeah, there's no need for Saka to start. There's no need to risk him. On the left, we've got Eze or Martinelli. Now, guys, if we have Declan Rice, Eze, Merino, for me, I am happy. But that's because I am hating on Martin Zubimendi. I literally am. I haven't seen anything. I think I'm still hung up on, but Eze, put Eze in there. Either that or remove Merino, put Eze. Whatever the case, Eze needs to start in that central position. Do not trap him on that stupid wing. Now, I don't want to see Martinelli trapped on that stupid wing either. I like Martinelli playing centrally. But because we are somehow, I think we've lost a few ideas. If he starts, let him start. He has earned it. 2 great goals in 2 games. He has rescued us twice. Let him start and let's see what he can do. Personally, Martinelli as a sub has worked really well, but you have to reward players. He has been a long-standing member of this squad, and let us show him that you are not doing the job for us on that left wing. We've got Victor Gyökeres, who should start against Newcastle 100%, but we need the creativity. I'm wondering if we've got somebody like Martinelli, Eze in there, as well as Zubimendi working together, trying to get him, supplied some through balls, we probably need to hope Newcastle play high line to give him opportunity to run into space. We might have a better chance. The corners are not working as well. We don't have I think we've lost the magic on the corners. But yeah, we are still relying on set pieces to make an impression. But yeah, so that is the lineup I am thinking. Arsenal should certainly try Raya, Ricardo Calafiori, in the back four of Calafiori, Magalhaes, and Mosquera, with Yuri and Timber or Ben White. Timber looked knackered. He put in a great shift against City. Midfield should be Declan Rice, Zubimendi, Mouse Lewis Kelly. Oh, let me do that again. Rice, Eze, Merino. And then Martinelli, number 11. Because he's not good. There's no other place for him to go. So he can sort of play number 11, but just behind Gyökeres. So that should be our midfield 4. Then up front, we should have Victor Gyökeres and either Saka or Nwaneri. I think this team will win us this game against Newcastle. Now, previous lineup for Newcastle: Dan Burn, Nick Pope, Dan Burn, Sven Botman, and Malik Lewis Hall, Sandro Tonali, and then Willock, Livramento definitely, and then Jacob Murphy, and then Votmed, who replaced Isak. I can't find. It looks like Joe Linton didn't start. Anthony Elanga should start as well, so you've got it there. And then injuries, I think Yohan Wissa was injured previously, so they do have. And then Anthony Gordon, Jacob Ramsey, Shah, Wissa, they've got a strong team. So Guimaraes always turns up against Arsenal. So if they start him, we are cooked. Osula, Harvey Barnes, Joel Linton, Kieran Trippier as well, Willock, Lascelles, Harvey Barnes as well. So yeah, Newcastle also have a sort of like a strong team, and they always, I think the aggression, there's something about this team where Arsenal fails to compete, especially in midfield. But Sandro Tonali, Guimaraes in that midfield will cause Arsenal huge problems. So we'll need a lot of creative players to manage them. Give me a second. Let me go have a look at the other matches that are going to be happening on this Sunday. We've got Aston Villa versus Fulham. Now, Aston Villa drew the other day. Yeah, they drew to Brentford 1-1. Unai Emery is struggling to get that, second season blues, I think. He's really struggling to get the results that he wants. And Fulham are amazing. Fulham have been great. I'm loving Iwobi, the way he is playing. Let's have a look at potential lineups for this game on Sunday. Now, for Fulham, you got Ben Leno in goal. Usually, you got Ryan Sessegnon, Calvin Bassey. He's a Nigerian. Is it Nigerian? Nigerian international. Joaquin Anderson and Kenny Tete. And then they've got a holding defense of Sasa Lukic and Sander Berge. They sound really solid. Iwobi, great transition of play. The way he plays, he creates chances. He scores as well. Very clever. He's getting better the more he ages. Former Arsenal player who I was hoping would make it at Arsenal. But I think sometimes timing, God's time is the best, and he just was in the wrong place, wrong time. Joshua King, Harry Wilson, pretty decent. Rodrigo Muniz as well. Now, previous lineup that for Aston Villa, you have Martinez in goal, former Arsenal player again, another player who basically should have been kept by Arteta. To be honest, I've had Arteta problems for a long time, because this was my first problem when he let Martinez go and kept Bernd Leno. Terrible mistake. Okay, let me get over myself there. Matty Cash, back four of Matty Cash, Ezri Konsa, Tyrone Mings, and Lucas Digne, French international. A holding midfield of John McGinn, Boubacar Kamara, and then an attacking midfield of I don't know who this Ivan Guasand is, Morgan Rogers, Emiliano Buendia, heard of him, and then Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins was looking for a move previously to Arsenal. The move fell through was it the January transfer window previous year? Yeah, we tried to get him because we're struggling. We just needed any striker. It didn't work out, huge shame. But yeah, so those are the games on Sunday. Let me know what you think. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Please share my video with anyone you think you might like to watch it. Find me, Daliso Sports Show on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much.